Hello everyone. This video is for air signs for the month of June 2021. So if you're a Gemini, an Aquarius, or a Libra, sun, moon, or rising, you are in the right place. So let's start off with your important dates for the month air signs. So we've been in Gemini season in your element, Geminis, Libras, and Aquarius, because Gemini is an air sign, since the end of May, and we'll be there until about the last week of June, and we switch into Cancer season, which is ruled by water. So your first important date of the month air signs is the 10th, where we see the new moon in Gemini, and we're gonna have a solar eclipse that day as well. This is the start of something. This is a great time to start something new, make new connections, and maybe even take a short trip. But do remember that Mercury is in retrograde, which does mess with travel. So make sure that you just pay attention to details and also be really surrendered to what happens. And then on the 20th, we see Jupiter go retrograde in Cancer. This is going to be a 4-month-long retrograde. It's like short, like Mercury retrograde, but I mean, thank God that Mercury retrograde is short. But Jupiter retrograde Jupiter's going to go retrograde in Cancer, and it's going to bring about more changes, but it's also going to be there's going to be less luck involved in situations, because Jupiter is the planet of luck, and when it's retrograde, kind of darkens that property out. But it's okay, because this is a great time to listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, and really strengthen that. The 20th is a pretty stacked day, because not only do we have Jupiter going retrograde, and it's also the beginning of Cancer season, and it's the summer solstice, and it's the longest day of the year. The 20th is the business. Then on the 22nd, we see Mercury moving direct in Gemini, and this is going to help the energy kind of pick up. Things are going to start moving quickly again, and it's going to help bring about clearer thinking. So then on the 24th, we have the full moon in Capricorn, and this is going to be a good time to finish up anything that might be lingering and tie up some loose ends. And then on the 25th of June, we see Neptune go retrograde in Pisces, and this is going to awaken us into reality. So if there's anything that you have been kind of fantasizing about, or living in the fantasy of it instead of the reality, this Neptune retrograde is going to really snap you into the reality. All right, air signs, those are your important dates of the year, or of the month of June 2021. And so now let's take a look at your month in tarot. Use the Light Seers Tarot. I'm going to take a look at each week of the month for you, air signs. Okay. We have the 9 of Swords starting off the month. And please do remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. You have the World, the end of the first week. We have Death, your first major arcana card. Death and Rebirth, as this deck likes to call it. And we have the Lovers right after that for you, air signs. Death and Rebirth was your second major arcana. The World was your first. You have 3 major arcana cards right in a row there. Lots of big things happening. The 4 of Pentacles. It's the beginning of the 3rd week for you, air signs. Then we have the 9 of Cups closing off the 3rd week. We have Strength, another major arcana card, coming in the beginning of the 4th week. And then we have the King of Wands closing your month off. So getting started with the Nine of Swords here for you, air signs, I feel like you're going to be starting this month off with maybe some sadness or some depression going on for you, maybe some stuff that's lingering from the past that's been hard to wrap up. But I feel like you're really going to be feeling that pretty strongly the end of the month. But with the world right here, or I'm sorry, the first couple of days of the month, but with the world right here behind it, the end of the first week, I feel like this is that big release. This is that time where you're really gonna like face some things, you're gonna let some things go. There's a lot of like clearing coming in for you with the world at the end of that first week. That's telling me that there's a big opening. And this is a major arcana card. So it's not just in one aspect of your life. This is like overall. In your life overall, there's a big opening, there's a big clearing. So if things feel a bit heavier, more emotional when you're starting the month off, give yourself those first couple of days to process, and you'll feel so much better by the end of the week. You'll feel clearer, you'll feel open, you'll feel ready to like really move into whatever the beginning of the second week has for you, air signs. With death and rebirth here, also major arcana card. This is a big change. This is a big transition coming in for you, the beginning of the second week, air signs. I feel like this is positive momentum for you. This is a shedding of past experiences or baggage that you've been carrying around with you that you really no longer need. This is such a big transition for you. And this could be, this is, a major arcana card again. So this is like something that's going to affect your entire life. But I feel like with the Lovers right behind it at the end of the second week for you, air signs, it's going to make way for connection, for passion, for interest, for desire, for like a really energized zest for life. There's going to be a lot of inspiration coming in for you at the end of the second week. So if it feels like a lot, the first, 10 days of the month for you, air signs, this also makes a lot of sense because we're in Gemini season, where you're in your element. This is like really moving a lot of stuff for you here. Even though it might feel like you're staying place, maybe even you feel stuck or stagnant, like all of that is shifting. This is a big, huge change for you coming in these first couple of weeks of June. And I feel like here with the Four of Pentacles, the beginning of the third week, this is a time for you to kind of like a bit of a rest coming in. Also, this is the beginning of the summer solstice. This is the end of the Mercury retrograde around this time. So use the last of that energy to really reflect and review things. Think about where you want to see your money flow, where you want to open up new channels of income, and where you want to focus that abundance energy. Because I feel like with the Nine of Cups right behind it, in the end of the third week, you are going to be having a lot of things come your way. But it's because you have created the space to receive them. So this card can be looked at in one of two ways. It's either you're letting things go to make the space to allow new things to come in, or you're receiving the new. But regardless of however that looks, it's because you, these first couple of weeks of June, have done so much work. You've really cleared the space. You're ready for new things to come in. You're either really receiving or you're letting go in a way that's going to allow yourself to receive more. Then we have Strength here for you at the beginning of the fourth week, air signs. I feel like there is new creational energy coming in with this, but it might be kind of something that takes you by surprise, something that you weren't expecting is coming in. That's kind of creating a new cycle by default because there's this new energy, and it might not necessarily be something that you are really excited about at first, or you didn't realize you needed it. It might, like, I just feel like there's this spontaneous energy coming in for you. Like, just for example, like maybe you end up with a pet that you weren't expecting, like you find a stray animal or one find its way to you and it's not really something you were expecting or looking for, but it ends up kind of changing everything for you. That's just an example. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen, but expect the unexpected the beginning of the 4th week, even more so than what you've been going through. This air season of Gemini is really pushing things for you in a way, like energetically. It's really moving things for you, air signs. Even though the energy might feel stagnant, it really might feel like you're standing still, but things, so much is moving around you to just really trust that, okay, air signs? And then at the end of the week, we have the King of Wands here for you. And I feel like something's really going to come that's like going to click into place. Or some of you, I feel like, might be getting offered something. Maybe it's a promotion or a new job, or some sort of offer is going to be put on the table for you at the end of the month, air signs. That's really going to be something that you need to think about, something that also could be very, could change a lot of things for you, but you are going to be presented with that decision to make, or that choice is going to come up for you at the end of the month. All right, air signs. So now let's take a look at your oracle cards for this month, air signs. Let's see what message the moon has for you. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Let's see. You got expect powerful change. Like I was saying, this is the new moon eclipse is the name of this card, but expect powerful change. This is a big month of change for you, air signs. I'm so sorry. Keep saying fire sign. It's air signs. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Now let's see what your goddess is for the month. Let's see which goddess wants to come forward with a message for air signs for June 2021. You got Hathor, receptivity. Also what I was saying, allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Just like what I was saying with this card. And let's see what your animal spirit message is for the month of June. Air signs. Let's see. Your animal message is White Stag, Protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken to the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. Very appropriate for you this month. Air signs, I want to thank you all so much for joining me. If you would like to book a one-on-one session for yourself, you can do so anytime on my website, tarotbymegan.com, which is linked below in the comments. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, if you could please hit subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And also follow me on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. I'm in all the places. I go live on Facebook a lot. I do live crystal sales on Facebook and on Instagram. Coming soon to my website, you're going to see a new crystal selection. Working on that. It will be unveiled soon, so keep an eye on that. And yeah, have a fabulous month, air signs, and I will see you in July. Bye.